Okay. What is up? What is up? Grand Rising. Good afternoon to everybody. All right. So we're jumping in. We're doing Aquarius reading, but it's for all signs. All signs. I'm sorry I'm a little late. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. So make sure to share this live out because I thought I was putting it on StreamYard. And as I come to realize, StreamYard, the option of free for some reason is not showing up for me. And I signed up with a plan. And the plan I do not want to pay for anymore. So to totally cancel it, I think I might lose my stream. But anyway, whatever. Okay, so let's kick it in. We are doing all signs for Aquarius season. One of my favorite signs out of the top 5. And that is Aquarius, Taurus, Libra, Leo, and Pisces, number 1. So let's just give a quick little breakdown of what's happening right now. We are in a Aquarius stellium, which means the sun is in Aquarius. We got Pluto that's been in Aquarius for a long time. We have Venus now joining Aquarius, and we have Mercury's in Aquarius. All right, so this has been since the 23rd of January. And a stellium just means that there are 3 or more planets that happen to be in one sign. So that can be a lot for some people. Can be powerful. Aquarius is the sign of technology, sign of humanitarian. Some people think, the sign of Aquarius is aloof. It just means that they're in and out. They're fixed signs, so they don't stick with the norm. They go past and above it. Sometimes they can stay in it. Sometimes they could stay in that energy, which is why I like Aquarius, because it flows. Even though it's a fixed sign, it flows. How I'm breaking down the readings today, as always, are through your sun, your moon, your Venus, and your rising. And usually that's how most readers do, because you're not just your sun sign, you're also what your moon was the day you were born, the rising sign of the day that you were born, and your Venus. Venus has to do with love, has to do with money. Your rising is the representative, if you will, of who you are. Like your sun sign, it gives ego, but not as much as of the sun sign. Your moon has to do with your emotions, has to do with the private side of things. It's not where everybody gets to see, this is just behind the scenes. So, if your sun sign is not resonating, the message is not resonating for you there, your moon might make more sense for you, right? Or your Venus. So we're going to start off with the air signs and go to water, fire, and earth according to the Gregorian calendar. And lastly, what is fixed, what is mutable, what is cardinal. Those are the modalities that each sign has. And so in each element of air, for instance, Aquarius is the fixed sign. Gemini being the mutable, which that energy flows a little more, fluctuates a little bit frequently than a fixed sign or even a cardinal sign. And the cardinal of the air is Libra, and that is like the leader of the pack. They get the job done. They don't necessarily fulfill the job completely. They may go off to another endeavor where a fixed sign could come in and get that work done. All right, so disclaimer, I'm not an astrologer, astronomer. I know just a few little things here and there to help us get through. All right, so again, we have an Aquarius stellium And that is the sun is in Aquarius, Pluto is in Aquarius right now, Venus and Mercury. Mercury has to do with communication, the sign of communication. So it being in Aquarius, it could be like you having these creative ideas, wanting to speak about it. Mercury has to do with technology as well. So a lot of innovations could be happening within the next couple of weeks. You having creative ideas or, very creative thoughts. Aquarius is also in Venus. So it could be a hit or miss with like maybe getting involved with somebody, or if you are involved with somebody right now, the messages can be like a little topsy-turvy. It's like you have the right idea, but it's not executed the right way. Somebody might get their feelings hurt. Where it's not a retrograde. I don't. Which planet is in a retrograde right now? Okay, that's Uranus or Neptune. One of the two is in a retrograde. None of these planets. Mercury is going to be going retrograde soon, but not right now. So this is a rare gathering. This rare gathering is an intense spiritual reset that requires you to release every expired version of your identity or yourself. So again, Aquarius having that innovation type energy. It's not so much of a spiritual type of energy, though they can be in the metaphysics, right? So any version of you that you had sitting for a while now, maybe the past 10 years, 15 years, or what have you, that energy is going to be released. Think of Aquarius as the person that, it's like it's somebody you thought you knew, but you didn't know, and they're going to spearhead you into recognizing who you are. All right. So let's dive into what Pluto is with Aquarius, right? So we have Pluto and the sun, and they're currently working in deep alignment to expose the core truths. So this is not only just within yourself, but this is as a collective as well. So you'll see a lot of stuff playing out like we've been seeing within the past couple of weeks of, whether it's deep fake or not, that's for you to decide. But, these alignments, there's things that are aligning and making sense, and it may go against the grain of certain things. Again, it's that, well, I thought this was always like this. And you come to realize, no, it wasn't like this. The truth is coming out, right? What truth is it? That's for you to, discern. The sun is, is shining bright on whatever the truth of the matter is, or the lie. Okay. Now we also have Mars in Aquarius, and it's bringing the courage, passion, and drive to take action. And that's what Mars is. Mars is the planet of passion. It's also the planet of war. So, again, if you're in a relationship, this particular alignment with Venus being in Aquarius and Mars being in Aquarius, you can be having greenies in the building. Salute. Thank you. You could be having some type of, misconstrued conversations with your loved one, or maybe just even with your friends and family and coworkers. Doesn't necessarily have to, if it's Venus, it's going to deal with somebody intimate. But on the outer spectrum, this could deal with interactions day to day with people. So some things you may have a great idea. It may not come off as the greatest idea, and you'll feel a little wounded. Wow. I think it's for you to really see that maybe while your idea may seem like a good one, you might have to reflect on it a little bit. Okay. Venus in Aquarius is reevaluating your heart to ensure your connections are based on genuine alignment and pure self-love. Venus is not only having to do with love of others or for others, but also love for yourself. So again, this idea, Aquarius is going to be knocking the dust off the proverbial dust off of who you think you were, or who you thought you were, or who you think these people are, or who you thought they were, right? It's going to be showing you a different aspect, and that might be the real them. You just probably had the rose colored glasses on, thinking, you know, giving somebody the benefit of the doubt. So this is going to be a kind of like a rough around the edges kind of energy for the next couple of weeks. For some, this could last quite some time, but it's all for the betterment, right? We always want to evaluate and redesign ourselves, right? Repackage ourselves. We weren't who we were 15 years ago, like in everything. We're still the same person, but there's certain things that you went through 15 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago that just is not working anymore. Or it worked, but now how do you reevaluate? How do you reinvent yourself, right? And being that Aquarius is that innovation type energy, it's getting outside of the box and seeing what other ideas, what other way you can be with yourself and with others, a loved one. Okay. And lastly, Mercury is downloading innovative ideas that allow you to solve long-standing problems with absolute accuracy and certainty. Again, this could be about work. Maybe the job that you were in 15 years ago is just not cutting it anymore, and you need to find, or you're finding yourself now, and you're finding what it is that you love to do, what you like to do, and so you're leaving that job to venture out onto your own, out on your own instead of working for somebody. Or maybe you may be going back into that type of field where it's just not cutting it anymore, or it's just not enough to be your own, so-called boss. Maybe you need to pick up a part-time job to make ends meet. I mean, let's be realistic. Things are gotten very, very, very expensive. The way this, economy is, it's just, there's that uncertainty, right? So, some people are not able to save their nest egg. Some people may have the opportunity to start saving for the future, right? So this is that flip-flop, topsy-turvy type energy that I'm talking about, and Aquarius brings that. Aquarius is almost like a mutable sign, even though it's fixed, because it definitely can be like either way. It's very much so in your face, and then it could be very introvert. You don't see it coming. They're reserved. They're to themselves. They're calculated. So that's that in a nutshell. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on to the sign. So the first sign up is Aquarius. Okay, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Aquarius. And we're going to just read what the energy is. Yes, we'll be doing the romance and all that, but we're just seeing what the energy is right now. Okay, and I'm using a very old school. I was inspired for using my Miss Cleo deck because they were talking about her on social media the other day. All right, so let's see what is cooking for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Shout out to Red Illusion, who is a 4-time, he's got a stellium of Aquarius in his chart. So shout out to him. Okay, so what do we need to know for Aquarius right now? What does Aquarius need to know while it's sitting in Pluto, Venus, and Mercury? And Aquarius is the water bearer, so it's definitely bringing the truth. It's bringing some enlightenment. Okay. Aquarius. All right, so we have here the 7 of Pentacles, or the 7 of Coins in reverse. All right, so that has to do with work, Aquarius. And as I was just mentioning before, you may the fruits of your labor, you're not seeing them be productive. Middle of the deck is the Seven of Swords. Seven is a very highly spiritual number. So you might be coming into some enlightenment or some aha moments, an intuitive moment where you're just like, you know what, this isn't really working out for me yet. The Three of Cups, it could be in a relationship or friendship that, you might have been putting in the extra work, the effort, in a collaborative relationship or collaborative deal, and it's just not working out. Or this is the time where you may need to conserve yourself, reserve yourself, pull back the energy that you've been giving, and taking the time for yourself, realizing your work ethic, realizing you as a person, what you bring to the table. You are the table, right? Some people may not be appreciative of that with this friends here. The Four of Coins. Yeah, this is just you preserving your energy and pulling back at this time. It isn't the time to be, yeah, it's your birthday season, and you may, want to celebrate and stuff, but conserve some of that celebration, okay? Because you can also, too much having a good time is going to get you broke. All right, let's clarify a little bit of what this Seven of Coins is. And the Pentacles is about not only money, but also being grounded. It is an earth energy. All right, so you could be dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Okay, or you're dealing with them as friends or co-workers. Okay, but this is something for you to be getting grounded with. All right, or lightening your load. You may be the person that, like I said, working a 9 to 5 15 years ago, 7 years ago is just not cutting it for you anymore. You want to cut loose and maybe downsize and work on your own and be by yourself, right? With the Four of Coins here. So that might be you just wanting to just pull back, or leave a job situation where it's just like, you know what, this isn't, it's weighing me down. I put in a lot of time. I put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and it's just, I'm over it. It's not working for me anymore. Or you're just, yeah, it's just elevation. Okay, what is the Seven of Pentacles? Or you could be dealing with a water sign as well, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. This could be family as well, like pulling back from family, like after the celebration's over, it's just you like, okay, I'm taking a step back. We got the Eight of Swords here, Eight of Pentacles, middle of the deck, and bottom of the deck is the Six of Pentacles. So this might be about work, Aquarius. Okay, the Eight of Swords, this is air energy, and you're just seeing things for what it is. Okay, like this work thing is just the type of work that you're doing, maybe just not for you anymore. You want to keep evolving and doing something else. You might be feeling stagnant in what you do. Okay, so it's being realistic. You see it, but you don't want to believe it. But this is the time you're in this energy where it's definitely time to rethink and reevaluate yourself, your relationships, your work ethic. All right, let's move on to your love department. Okay. Let's see what's cooking in the love department for Aquarius. So again, like I said, you could be dealing with a earth sign or a water sign, maybe even an air sign here. Aquarius, another Aquarius, Libra, or who also is Gemini. Okay. might just be seeing people for who they are, and then that's just it. Like, if that's what you see, then that's the reality. That's them. All right, we give the benefit of the doubt to people, and it's like, no, like DMX said, trust a thief to steal, trust a liar to lie. Like, it's just that simple. You got the twin flame union here, heart, body, mind, and soul. All right, for your romance. Middle of the deck is release your ex. Yeah, you might be seeing this person for what, but yes, did I just say? The bottom of the deck says give benefit of the doubt. Right? Benefit of the doubt. Give your relationship a chance. But it's like, nah, I've been doing this for so long. Like, you might have been doing it for 7 years, 8 years. And it's just like, I've given this person the benefit of the doubt. And it doesn't matter how, I think this person mirrors you. They could be a air sign just as yourself, Aquarius. And it's just like, you've given this person your blood, sweat, and tears, your time, your energy, your dedication, your heart, right? And it's just like, this just isn't it. This just really isn't it. I'm sorry, you know, releasing them, or maybe just taking a step back to reevaluate the relationship. And again, having these conversations during this time with Aquarius being in Venus and in Mercury, it might get a little topsy-turvy, and it could be a little aggressive. So it's choosing your words wisely, being smart about what you're saying to people, Aquarius, right? And just being really honest, because this is the time for honesty. And some people don't, the truth hurts people, but it is what it is. And you just gotta find what it is that's going to make you happy. You know, whether it's a person that makes you happy, you know, I wouldn't put all my eggs in that basket. But so you got Paradise confirming this twin flame here, and it's in reverse. So definitely a relationship that's just not, you know, on the up and up anymore. We got healing heart here. It's time for you to heal. And then Cupid's arrow. So, you know, if you're into this thing called Valentine's Day, don't go looking for it, because it's not happening. I don't think there will be a Valentine's for you if you celebrate that holiday, because you just might be at your wit's end with just the love department, with just people. You're finding a disdain for everything right now and everyone, and that's because you're facing reality. Like, the rose-colored glasses are coming off, and you're seeing shit for what it is. It's right in your face. There's no gray area. It's black and white. It's concrete. It's just that simple. All right, Aquarius, that's what I have for you. That's your message for your solar return. All right, next up we have Gemini, the mutable of the air signs. So Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising there, Gemini. You know, Gemini, they could be a little feisty, a little boisterous, as you can see with the presidents of the United Snakes of America. You know, they get this claim of being two-faced. It's just because they're mutable. That energy just fluctuates. So it's like, again, seeing somebody one way and their actions don't match what they say. Okay, especially now that Aquarius is sitting in Venus and in Mercury, which is not its strong suits. Okay, Venus, Aquarius in Venus and Mercury, it's not really a strong spot. So again, it could, you know, conversations can be a little dicey, could be a little spicy. Okay, so what do we have for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus? Sun, Moon, rising, and Venus. What do we have for Gemini? Okay. So we got the Eight of Wands, the Four of Cups in reverse, middle of the deck, and bottom of the deck is the Lovers, Gemini energy, the Lovers. Okay. You have the Eight of Wands here. So there's that communication, all right? It's some things are just up in, not even up in the air. It's just not even happening. And this could be with having to do with a a lover, a significant other, which is Gemini. So you may be dealing with a Gemini. You could be dealing with a fire sign. Okay. And, the Eight of Wands is not only just communication, like on a physical plane, but also in a spiritual aspect as well. So, Gemini, you may be wanting to, or wishing and hoping for what Aquarius has, that twin flame type energy, the lovers, when it's just not your time. Again, we're in this energy where shit is going to be just what it is. It's very in your face, black and white, concrete. Okay. And you got to see things for what it is, for you, for what it is, for who it is. And communication could just be a little off right now for you as well. Let's clarify, what is this Eight of Wands here? So you could be dealing with an Aries, the Wheel of Fortune. Clarifying that, we got the Seven of Cups, the Ten of Cups, middle of the deck in reverse. The Seven of Cups flew out as well, water sign, and then Temperance, bottom of the deck, Sagittarius energy. So this is a temporary hold, is what I'm hearing. Temporary hold that, with the Temperance and the Lovers card here together, just wait it out for like the next couple of weeks, maybe like 2 weeks, and that's earth energy as well. The Wheel of Fortune is earth energy. So while everything is kind of like weeble wobble and like this round and round, or this unstableness, it's going to get stable for you, Gemini, meaning your communication level will be a little better. You're ruled by Mercury. So being that Aquarius is in Mercury, that's not its strong suit. So again, you might be hearing something and it get misconstrued. You might be overthinking something that isn't what it is. Just the name of the game of these next couple of weeks, or in Aquarius season, because Aquarius season is about to run out real quick, and then it's going to be Pisces. And that's another sign that's like, woohoo, Delulu. Love them dearly, but they do get into this delusion, and it's like, simmer down, Beavis, simmer down. So, Capricorn energy. So, you're going to feel grounded in the next couple of weeks, like I said, because Mercury is going to be leaving out of Aquarius. You'll be able to hear intuitively better. You'll be able to understand or understand better what somebody's communicating to you. And then in regards to relationship, like, again, the rose-colored glasses they'll be off, and you'll be seeing things for what it is, seeing people for who they are. If this is going to be a solid, valid relationship, you'll see this in the next couple of weeks. You could be just starting off in a relationship, and not knowing where it's going, or will it be going, right? And because of this energy that we have right now, it's going to definitely have you feeling some uncertainty. But hold tight. This energy is going to pass. All right, so let's go into the love department, see what's cooking there, as this is truly a love reading for you guys. Yeah, you got manifesting the one. That's what you're trying to do. We got proposal here, middle of the deck. Bottom of the deck is you two got to release your ex. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini. That's okay. It says very soon your true love will arrive. So again, you might be questioning this person. You could have gotten out of a relationship, and now you're wanting to get back into that scene and questioning, is this the right time for me? Should I be doing this now? Is it too soon? You're just going back and forth in your mind. And just let the chatter and the clutter simmer, so that you can really see what it is that you want truthfully, instead of just going with the flow, because we're being pushed with this Valentine's Day BS that you got to go run out and get candy and teddy bears and go on a dinner date and go on to, you know, a hotel. These things should be done every day. You should be showing love to your spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend. um they're validating them every day. You know, this is a Hallmark holiday, so people, you know, of course, industry is going to capitalize and capitalize off of it, right? So it's going to have some of us in our heads like, oh my God, well, I want that. I want somebody to bring me something, you know, blah 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 blah. And it's just like, relax. This day is going to be ending. It is what it is. All right, let's clarify a little bit. What's this manifesting the one? So we got palm tree here. What is palm tree telling you? Stability, yeah, flexibility. And it's in reverse. You're questioning this. You're questioning. We got addiction here, middle of the deck in reverse. Bottom of the deck is heart with the key. So heal your heart. Heal, you know, if you're coming out of a relationship, take time to really heal. Okay, not just jumping into something, you know, because you're being led to do it, like off of instinct, off of carnal, off of your root chakra. Really feel it out. Feel if that's the right thing. Also feel if this person is the right one, right? But I feel like you have a lot of stuff going on in your head, a lot of junk where that's just going on in your head because of the outer energy. This isn't you specifically, Gemini, but you're being convoluted with Aquarius's energy, and Aquarian energy can be a little confusing. That's why people will be like, oh, Aquarius is aloof. Aquarius is like the ghoster, the true ghoster. They will leave you on red, or they'll look at your messages. They may even talk to you for like 3 hours, and then weeks later you never hear from Aquarius again. You're just like, well, what happened? We were having such a great time. So Gemini, this isn't you specifically, this is the energy. So just rock with it, flow with it, okay? So that you're not going off the top of your head, because Gemini, you do get, you know, fly off the handle. All right. So that's your message, Gemini. Next is Libra. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Libra is the scale. Libra is balance. Libra is, you know, like all the signs, all the air signs, they're cerebral, right? They're in their head. Libra, you're definitely going to be in your head. If Gemini is in their head with this Aquarian energy, you're going to be in your head as well. You know, the overthinking, and just yeah. Libra is the cardinal of the air signs, so you know they take the initiative. They're the leaders, right? All cardinals are like that, but they could be a little stubborn. The cardinals can be like a fixed energy where they're stubborn and they just, you know, move to their own beat and not necessarily budge to make room and accommodate for others or other things. All right, so what is Libra's message for this Aquarian season? Okay. So we got the Four of Pentacles here. Middle of the deck is the Nine of Wands. So like protecting your energy, conserving, you yourself have to conserve as well. We got Two of Wands in reverse, bottom of the deck. So this is that earth energy here, okay? So you're going to have to get grounded as well, Libra, right? It's hard. You're sharing your fellow air sign that is like dominating the celestial skies right now. So it's a little hard for you to kind of gain some balance here. With the Two of Wands, it's this, you know, flip-flopping. I don't know, you know, should I take this opportunity? Should I stay? You know, should I be by myself? Should I stay to myself? You know, protecting your energy as opposed to, you know, opening up to others. So there's a lot of questioning going on with you, Libra. But again, like I said, we're in this Aquarian energy that will play havoc on our thoughts. Okay, so you could be maybe hypersensitive to your thoughts, Libra. Let's clarify, what is this Four of Pentacles here? It's the should I stay, should I go? You got Tower moment. Middle of the deck is the Queen of Wands. And then bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords. So this could be also in regards to a relationship. I feel like if you make a sudden move with this Tower card here, Scorpio energy, you could be dealing with a water sign, a Scorpio specifically. If you take this type of move of, you know what, if you really listen to the chatter, Aquarius, Libra, you're going to make the false move. You're going to make a mistake that you're going to regret, because you're going to be like, you know what, I was listening to my deep inner thoughts. And not to say that you shouldn't, but it's going to be an impulsive thought that's going to end up breaking up with somebody, breaking up a home, breaking up some type of establishment that you have going. All right, off of an impulse, off of a thought, because you're listening to your dark hermit instead of just, again, the theme across the board is everything during this season is black and white. There is no gray area. If it's a gray area, it's because you're choosing. And this is for the collective, because I see this is going to be a theme, because we got Aquarius playing havoc on us. If you choose to sit with the gray area, you're going to be confused. All right. You have to see things for what it is. If they're not talking to you, it may not be about you. It could be about them. Try not to take this time personal, because if you do, Libra, you'll be in your feelings, and then you'll regret what you do, because you're cutting your nose to spite your face, because you're thinking somebody is, doing wrong, or what have you. But that's not the case. People could be just going through something, but you're taking it personal, right? Could be in a relationship. If you're person that if you're married, or you're casually dating, or whatever, what have you, you're dealing with somebody you don't know. They could be going through something that they may not want to talk about right now, but because you feel it's about you, you're going to say something, or you're going to do something irrational or quick without judgment that wasn't about you to begin with, and it can cause a problem. Okay, so be very mindful during this time, Libra, because you'll get compulsive, and want to do something really fast, and it will scorn you. It will hurt you. Okay, this could be a Scorpio that you're dealing with, like I said. And even if you say something to this person, they may be the irrational one and be like, you know what, I'm out. I'm going far away, leaving you, because you know what, I can't take you, Libra, right now, because you're not getting it. And as I said, Libras are in their head, so they may not see the bigger picture. They're only narrowing on that one thing, that's what is this cause, without seeing everything in all its glory. Okay, so just try not to be too much in your head this time, Libra. I know you can't help it, because Aquarius is your brother, and Aquarius got a stellium right now that is no joke. Okay, let's move on to the love department. So what do we have here? You may need to take a break. You may need to go out. Yeah, you may be the one that's like, you know what, I'm going to go if you feel things are getting hot, as far as like conversation, it's best not to respond when you're upset. If you could walk out the house and just take a break, cool off, do it. Phone conversations, or reading a text message or reading an email, and you are perceiving it and reading it differently, it's not warranted for a response, because it's going to it's going to be ugly. So we got, this could be the one here that dropped out in reverse. Yeah. Middle of the deck is material attachment, and bottom of the deck is very soon. So you could be questioning the validity of the relationship. You could be questioning it's just that you're in your head. So really curb your thoughts. All right. Try to refrain from instantly saying something without thinking it thoroughly through, because you're just in the heat of the conversation, right? This could be with work, but now I'm specifically talking about a relationship, because then it'll make you think, oh, is this person even the one? Like, do I even have to put up with all this stuff? And you say that, maybe you say it out loud, and guess what? They'll be the ones be like, you know what? Say no more. Toodles. When in actuality, it could be just y'all going through a quick little something, right? But because you saying what you're actually thinking can cause collateral damage, all right? And vice versa. They could say something that could cause collateral damage, and you're like, you know what? Then good, I'm out. Very soon, I'm out. All right. So what is this? This be the one. Yeah. Take a chance. Risk. Be strategic. Right. So we have hands of cards here. Middle of the deck is the runner. Listening to your ego. See, that's what I'm saying. And then we got soulmates here. Bottom of the deck in reverse. Right. In your ego, thinking, is this person for me? Why are they not showing me this affection? Why are they not showing me this attention? Because it may not be about you right now. They might be going through something and they just are trying to deal with it the best way that they can. They may be an Aquarius. You might be dealing with an Aquarius, or somebody that just is, in and out, and you're really questioning it. But trust me when I tell you that this energy that we're sitting in right now is going to have everybody reevaluating and questioning everything in life. And in actuality, it's just maybe not that serious. All right, Libra, that's what I have for you. Okay, so that's all of the air signs there. That is your message. Let's get a rate this in the building. Salute. Thank you. The true daughter of darkness. Salute, peace. Okay. You're welcome. Gratitude, Foxing. Okay, so let's get the air signs wisdom message, okay? And then we're moving on to water signs. Pisces is up next. My favorites, my little fishies. Okay. So what do the air signs need to know? Ooh, that was intense. I'm like sweating the air signs. My rising isn't Aquarius, so I know, trust me. All that thinking, that's why I'm just chilling out like, I ain't taking Nathan personal. I'm like, you know what? It's you. It's actually not me. It's really you. Oh, okay. Wow. So, air signs, you got soulmates. 41 breaking down to 5. Your relationship during this time is going to be on the line. It's going to be questioned. It's going to be questioning. Middle of the deck, you got loyal heart. Again, relationship. 35 breaking down to 8. This is karma. This is abundance. And then bottom of the deck is mending. Some of you need to mend a relationship. All right. Like I said, Libra, don't be so quick to, or Gemini, be quick to spew off at the top of your head because that's what you're thinking. This could cause collateral damage in your relationship. You don't want that. This is somebody that you truly, genuinely trust. You're loyal. You're overthinking the relationship, but really, like I said, it's just what it is. It's very concrete. You shouldn't have to second guess. If you're second guessing, it's just this energy. Unless they're giving you a reason to second guess. Then that's when we have an adult conversation and we say, what is good? That's my New York coming out. What's going on? Where are we at with all of this? How are we feeling? That's simple. Okay? All right, air signs, that is your message. Let's move on to water signs. The first up of the water sign birthdays coming up next is Pisces. They're the oldest sign in the zodiac, so they like Cancer, are empathic. They get all the signs at one time, so it's kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde. They're mutable in their modalities, so they, you know, there's the two little fishes. They go upstream and downstream. The dark hermit side and the sweet little goody two shoe side. Don't be fooled. Um, so yes, they are intuitive. That's the spiritual aspect. Um, Psychic, if you will. That's because they're intuitive and empathic, so they pick up. And all water signs are like this, pretty much. Um, but they are very in tune with their person around their environment. Okay, so they could be a little spooky, a little spooky. All right, shout out to my father, because he was, in my head, he is still a Pisces. His birthday is February 25th, and he would have made it to 70 years of age. So that's my bestie, my first love, my first sign of what a crazy crazy man is, and what is true love, what is unconditional love. So I got all that from a Pisces man. Plus, and my grandfather. My grandfather was a Pisces too. Yeah, and crazy. Husband is a Pisces. My daughter's a Pisces. I'm surrounded. So trust me when I talk about Pisces, that's because I've experienced and I live with them. And the sweetest things, but sometimes they can go off the ledge a little bit, and it's like, all right, you know what? Relax, calm down, walk around the block, take a couple of breaths here, because they can go. They're ruled by Neptune, so that's the illusion, delusion. We've been in Neptune, Pisces, for 14 years, 12 years, something like that. Don't quote me on the years. But it's been a long time that Pisces has been sitting in its natural state. And it's a good thing as far as the innovation with spirituality and people wakening up to either breaking out of that norm of the spirit of religion, or going into spirituality more, going into self, and connecting with source. Or it could be where they're going back into religion, where they're feeling more needing to have the people and fellowship and things of that nature. But it's also caused a lot of illusions, like this whole, why do you think you can collect presidents in countries and threaten and think of Ukraine and all that stuff. Like, just think of those kind of things where it's like this delusion of grandeur, where you think you can go in and just operate into another person's land. That is that Piscean type energy. All right, so let's see what is cooking for Pisces in Aquarius season. Oh, and I always say this, and I big Pisces up. If you ever wanted, like, the what you see for Valentine's Day, those roses and the long walks on the beach holding hands, and going to the movies and being all cuddly, and or Pisces, or somebody just always constantly snuggling, not constantly, but snuggling up to you and being receptive, like in that lovey-dovey way, Pisces will do it for you. Pisces will do it for you. Okay. Until you're just like, all right. And then they get rejected, and then it's just like, then they turn into the dark hermit, and it's like, once they're hurt, the world is coming down. And it's like, seriously, calm down. Like, calm down. Breathe. Ugh. Okay. That's my disclaimer. Well, so we have here the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, Earth energy. Middle of the deck is the Eight of Cups, water energy here. Eight of Cups. And then bottom of the deck is the King of Swords, so air energy, Aquarian. So we got this very heavy masculine energy showing up here with the Six of Cups underneath that. As I just said, rejection. All right, Pisces, you may be feeling like you're not the king of the castle, you're not the king of your throne right now, but it's the illusion of it with this King of Swords here. It's the illusion. It's you not going in with your heart, but in with your head during this time. It's you got to get out of that heart chakra and get into the crown chakra. Realize what things are. If it was a missed opportunity, then hey, it's a missed opportunity. No love lost. And I'm talking to Pisces because Pisces will like lick their wounds and think, well, it's me, and you know. But just know, Pisces, right now is not the time to get in that heart chakra, in that heart field space. It's get real. And this, even though it's the king and it's a male, this could be feminine as well. All right, because we know that we have masculine and feminine energy in us both. So it could be a female Pisces who, maybe she has more masculine energy and she just feels like she's not the woman. Just not be in your energy right now, and in your feelings, Pisces. Okay. You might be like, why do I, Pisces? You could be in your head about another person. Like, if it is about over a woman, you feel like this person is vying for her attention. Like, look at him. He's got this. He's got that. I don't. And it's like, Pisces, you come with your own. I just told y'all. I gave you all the kudos right now, right? So why would you think and second guess about somebody else and worry about the next man? You got this. You just gotta be grounded in your feelings. And right now you're not. You won't be, because everybody's going to be thrown off with this Aquarian energy. All right. But, maybe you need to do some type of groundwork. I know it's in certain places it's too cold. Pretty much the whole United States is cold right now, unless you're like South Florida. But, you may need to take your shoes off and walk barefooted and get grounded, or doing some type of breath work, yoga, listening to the heart frequency or the root chakra frequency on YouTube, or getting those crystals like the red jasper, right? That is a grounding stone, okay? Where you have to tap into that type of calming down and getting, zen with self. All right. All right, let's clarify. What is this King of Pentacles? Because the King of Pentacles is somebody who's emotionally, who has mastered their emotions. All right, somebody who is emotionally mature. And Pisces, this, I love you, but you guys can, and yeah, the women too, can be a little emotionally immature. Why? Because you're ruled with emotion. So you have to find some way in you during this time to not be emotionally immature. Okay. What is this King of Coins? And I say this all out of love. You know this. Yeah. You got a water death card. Page of Swords, middle of the deck. In reverse, bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands, fire energy. Okay. Thinking somebody, listen, you should never, you might be thinking, oh, he probably got a bigger dingling. That's why she's with him. Or that's why, look, listen, Pisces, shut up and get out of your head. Okay. With the sexual energy. Yeah. The Devil card here. We got the Moon card right underneath that. Four of Cups. You're just all in your head thinking, oh, she's with him because he probably, you don't know, maybe, but why would you even care? All right. You got the death card here, Scorpio energy with this King of Pentacles. All right. So this is very Taurus and Scorpio yin and yang energy here. All right. Um, Not saying that this could physically kill you, but if you let your emotions rot, yeah, there can be some physical ailments that can come down the pipeline. Okay. So, yeah, and you may be feeling erectile dysfunction. Disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional, but whatever you're feeling could be getting you out of the mood. All right. Out of the sexual healing. Pisces, I don't want to talk to you no more. Like, listen, you got you got something going on in your mind, all right, that it's a little mature audience. Okay, it's not rated R, but it's definitely mature audience. And I don't want to have this conversation. Let's move on to the love department. All right, you just got to get with that scorpionic energy. You're just like thinking the worst of the worst. You may be even working yourself up to some, God forbid, heart attack. Like, relax. Don't overthink about anyone or anything. Take care of yourself, your health, your mental well-being, your physical well-being, and everything else will fall in place. Okay? Ay, ay, ay. Why does this sound familiar? Okay, so what's going on in the love department for Pisces? Lasting love in reverse. We got third party in reverse. Yep. That's what I'm saying. It's like you're thinking about somebody, the person that you're interested in or you're with, you may be having these like spidey senses. And not saying that there's anything wrong because you are intuitive, but you're letting your mind consume you. You're being emotionally immature about a situation that's not what it is. And then we got perfect match here. You're self-sabotaging yourself, Pisces, with this long lasting here. This is your true love. I feel like you are just overthinking. All right. If you're not in a relationship, maybe you are in the midst of talking to someone else, and you could be just in your head like, I wonder what their type is, or what they're used to, or I wonder what they like all this stuff is just running through your head. And you know what, that's human nature to think like that. But for you, Pisces, you could take it to the 10th power. So instead of overthinking, let the person talk and tell you about themselves. It's not for you to play pet detective and see, well, are they lying? Is this the truth? Whatever. Because this is going to work you up into a tizzy. And it's really not that serious. Again, the name of the game is black and white. It's concrete. If you're sitting in a gray area questioning things, then you need to come out of that and see things for what it really is. Okay. Let's clarify a little bit. It's this long lasting. You could be psyching yourself up to be like, oh, this could be the relationship. This could be the one that I've been looking for. And this is the perfect match for me. And just, it's probably not, but you're working yourself up into it that it's not the right match. This isn't the one that's going to be there for the long haul. Or if you're in a relationship and again, you could be all these questions just coming to mind, and it's like, if that's the case, then you need to have those conversations. You need to, like, who was it? Libra. You could be dealing with a Libra. Have these adult conversations, these mature conversations with your partner, with your spouse, with even somebody that you're just talking with, that you're serious with. Having these adult, mature conversations where it can be a little mature audience viewing, like, right? You got keys on the ring. Middle of the deck is boat. Bottom of the deck is addiction. Oh yeah, Pisces, by the way, do have addiction. As they said it, I didn't say it. Either addicted to sex, Okay, addicted to drugs, alcohol, or gambling. And this would make sense why you're thinking about somebody's sexual paralysis, because you can't help yourself. you know, you will take it to that next level. And Pisces are very unassuming. They're not overt like Libra or Scorpio, where they're just, or even an Aquarius in some cases, where they'll be overtly flirtatious with you. Like, you'll know that they're flirting with you. Pisces, you won't see that, because they have this like little shyness about them. They're unassuming. They're the shy friend where it's really them that's the ones saying all this stuff, but they'll nudge their friend and be like, oh, go tell her or go tell him, da 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 da. And then, your friend, you'll be like, damn, the friend is like coming off kind of, and it's really Pisces that's all along little flirty, but they won't show you that. So it's unassuming, as opposed to like a Libra or Scorpio, where you can really see that they're being flirty and cutie with you. It's very obvious, especially if they find you very attractive or they really like you. Pisces are a little intimidating with that. So that's probably why they're like questioning, oh, well, so how did you do it like this? And just weird shit that you're just like trying to, Pisces, goodbye. Goodbye. Keys on the ring with this love lasting. Yeah. Many options, decisions, one night stand. If it is just the one night stand, then it is what it is. Like, try not to make every person that you are in conversation with be the one, because it's not. And we're in Aquarius season right now, so you're definitely going to be trying to peg everyone to be the one. It's not. You'll know. You'll feel it. Okay, moving on. Cancer. Cancer is the cardinal of the water sign. They are the mother of the zodiac. They are ruled by the moon. So like Pisces, they take on all the other signs every 2.5 days. Everybody takes on everybody's sign. Cancers are the psychic of the zodiac and of the water. They also are empathic, as I said, because they take on everybody's emotions. So Cancer gets this bad rap of being moody, when in actuality, they're taking on multiple personalities, i.e. maybe being schizophrenic. No joke to that, but it can come off that way because they're dealing with a whole bunch of energy at one time while trying to work on their energy. They are the cardinals, as I said, so they're the leaders. They push forward. They can be a little stubborn, kind of like a fixed energy. They give like the Taurus vibe, where they're like Pisces, Taurus, Leo. The shirt off their back, literally. The last dollar, literally. When I say that these people, now Cancers can be a little frugal, like Taurus, but if it's for like a loved one, they maybe even for a stranger, but for a loved one, they definitely they will make a way to find a way to get this money and give it to you, or take care of you, or help you. If they gotta take a flight and come out, and Cancers is doing that. Cancers are the loyal to a fault. It's an Achilles heel, like Taurus. They are just loyal to a fault. Sometimes they stay too dedicated to something that it's just not good for them, but again, they're that loyal to a fault, dependable. So you could rely on the Cancer. They'll hold secrets. I've been hearing lately that Cancer men in the internet streets are demons. And I'm like, Cancer? Like, are you sure? They're almost up there as bad as Gemini and Libras. And I'm like, wow. Okay. Good thing I'm a Cancer woman and I don't have those problems. But yeah. So let's see what's going on for Cancer in Aquarius season, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's just like demons. Heartless. I mean, I can see that, because we could be heartless, but it's because once, like I said, once all that dependability, we start realizing, like, man, we've been giving people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, we become heartless dick bags. I'll admit that. And to other people, then they'd be like, "Oh, what happened? But Cancer was so nice. But Cancer was so..." Yeah, because you took my kindness for weakness. You took advantage of my nicety. So when I come back as an a-hole or a dick bag, don't say it wasn't warranted. Don't get it misconstrued. Like, we all fun and everything. We're nice people, but take advantage. Like Taurus. All right, so we got 6 of coins here, Cancer. All right, earth energy. A lot of earth energy here. So this is letting us know while all this air is going on with Aquarius, we have to find some grounding. All right, we got justice here, Libra energy. Middle of the deck, bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords. So this is air energy, Aquarian, Gemini, and Libra. So getting the truth out there. All right, with the 6 of coins, that is this like Libra energy, that is like justice. The scales need to be balanced. All right, so like I said, you could be giving to somebody, you be giving too much to somebody, and another person. With the 6 of coins, there's usually 2 people in the picture, but this one only has 1 person. And so, you know, now the tables are turned. You know, that person that you've been giving and pouring to, or that job, or that friendship, family member that you've been pouring into, the tables are turning. Again, the theme is everything is black and white, meaning it is concrete. It's just that simple. There is no gray area here. We see things for what it is, and that's the agenda, or the title for the next couple of weeks moving forward. You know, this give and take that you've been doing for one and not the other, or doing for others and not for yourself. That's what happens to Cancer, right? You do for others, you're always looking out for the next person, that you fall wayside. And then when you regain consciousness and you pull yourself back in, it looks like you're a douchebag, right? It looks like, what the hell just happened with Cancer? Why are they acting like that? Why are they being shady? Well, it's not you, it's them. Meaning it's Cancer that has to pull their energy back, because Cancer is an empath. They always give out that energy, but it doesn't get poured back equally, right? So the tables are turned. Justice is taking its just dues. It's time for you to pull back in this energy, Cancer, right? Give the same attention and time that you give to others to yourself. All right, with this Ace of Swords here, and then we got the 10 of Pentacles right underneath that. So this could be about family. All right, there may be one child or a family member that you give more attention and time and energy to, that others are not getting that type of, that time. And only if it's warranted, right? Because but like I said, we are Cancers to a fault will just do, because it's in our nature. It's the nurturing in us that want to help, and you may even be give money to donations to charity, or to the homeless and stuff. And it's like, okay, well, don't like put yourself so much in a hole, because you're giving to others, right, that you fall wayside and you're broke because you're giving to others, right? ¿Tú comprende? Okay, now let's clarify here. What is the 6 of Pentacles? Okay, intuitively, you will know this. You will see this. It will become an aha moment where you're just like, you know what? Sorry, I don't have the time today. Or sorry, I don't have the money right now. I can't. Or just not even being apologetic. Sometimes you just gotta be like, yo, just make those moves, right? And not really say anything. Like your actions speak louder than words. Because maybe you always tell somebody, you know what, I can't do it right now, or and some people just don't get it, don't want to get it. So if you show them, I don't have time for you, They'll get it. They'll see your absence speaks louder than words. Okay. You don't have to tell them, you know what, I'm busy, or, because how many times you're going to keep telling this person the same thing over and over, or, or reiterating to somebody, listen, I don't have the money right now, or I don't have the time, or da 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 da, right? I don't have it in me right now. And people will take as long as you give. And so when you pull back, they'll get the message. And be unapologetically you, Cancer. That's all. You got time to be sitting up here apologizing every time because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. But it's like, no, F that. Like, who's there helping Cancer? Who's pouring back into Cancer like that? Who's bigging Cancer up? Okay. Who's donating to Cancer? Shit. Okay. It's personal, but it's not personal. This is the Six of Pentacles. This could be a marriage as well. Marriage is a give or take, right? So sometimes you gotta tell your spouse, like, yo, God, pour in. You gotta pour in too. And it's not always gonna be 50-50, but if one is always doing the most, we gotta talk. You got Six of Cups here. Again, 6-6. Middle of the deck is the Queen of Wands in reverse. Bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. Definitely a relationship, for sure. Husband and wife, or, if it's same sex, just one is masculine and feminine energy. We got the Six of Cups here with the Six of Pentacles. This could be a child, okay, Cancer, where you're going to have to say, hey, listen, I've been helping your brother, or I've been helping your sister out more and more, and I can't help the other one, and the other one needs your help more. It could be a younger sibling. You know what I mean? So whatever, you are like, listen, I can't keep doing that. The other one needs my attention. All right. With this King of Pentacles here, this could be a husband too, or a father figure. All right. Or this is siblings. Like, look, somebody's got to take care of dad. I have my family, right? Or somebody has to take care of grandpa, because I have this going on. It's not that I don't want to, and it's not that I couldn't or wouldn't. I just can't at the moment, right? So having speaking up, and here's water here anyway, Cancer, with the Six Cups. Okay, so this is for you, Cancer. It's just being fair. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. Again, black and white. There's no middle ground here. It is what it is, and sometimes you just got to be unapologetic about it. All right, so let's go ahead into your romance department. I feel empowered for you, Cancer. Woo. Like I said, it's personal, but it's not personal. Some people like, listen, you take this, your turn. It's your turn. Mofos. All right, best friend. We got best friend here in reverse. Okay, right. And then we have healing connection in reverse. See? And bottom of the deck is the twin flame recognition. It's telling your partner here, like, listen, it's your turn to take the kids to, the clubhouse or whatever, school, work. Like, I'm always doing it. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Like, I need you to do this for a week. Right? Speaking up. Or like, if best friends here, sometimes it's one-sided, and it's like, no, a partnership is two sides. And if that one person is always doing the most, it's going to burn that person out. And you're going to get an ugly side of them that you weren't expecting, that you didn't see, that you haven't seen maybe in a long time. But it's like, listen, or even sexual. Like, I'm tired of initiating. Like, hello, can I get a little lovey-dovey? Can I get a little kiss here and there? Right? Can I, have that type of appreciation? You know, being the best friend. Like I don't want to be just the lover, like or being sexualized. Like I don't only just want to have sex. Like can we go out on a date like and doesn't consist of it always being sexual? All right, Cancer's just asking for a little something. Cancer don't ask for a lot. All right, so what is this best friend here? They just want stuff reciprocated because they give a lot to a lot of people. Okay, we got mask here. Not showing true feelings, pretend gaslighting. Middle of the deck is cassette in reverse, and then bottom of the deck is abundance. So see, it's Cancer will put on the brave face, right? Just to save face, just to save the relationship or save, the marriage, right? But meanwhile, Cancer is breaking on the inside. And if you go onto the FBI files, they're number one on the FBI for emotional killers, if you will, because they hold in so much and they will explode and then they black out. And then it's now you on the FBI's list. I don't know why you're on the FBI's list, Cancer, but that's what the FBI says for emotional. Taking people's lives out. So before that all happens, please relay to your loved ones. Hey, it's your turn. See, and then they use knives. It says it, and here's a knife. Here's a dagger. So listen, do not piss the Cancer off. Read the room, whoever you're dealing with. Could be another water sign or an earth sign. All right, read the room for Cancer. If they don't tell you and you pick up certain cues, know that Cancer is distressed. All right. And if they are walking around with that broken smile, ask them, are they okay? Do they need something? Do they need help? Do they want to talk? Do they need a hug? Do they want to go outside for a lunch date? Something nice, okay? Something that's meaningful. Doesn't have to be materialistic. But if you want to buy something nice, make sure it's sentimental. Cancer's like sentimental things. All right, that's the message for you, Cancer. All right, let's move on to Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. They are the fixed signs of the zodiac. And like their fellow water signs, they are intuitive and empathic. But they're the dark side of the water signs. They're the murky. You don't see things coming, and it's like, boop, okay, Scorpio. Because they dabble in that type of, I don't want to say dark arts, but they can. But they just, and they, they deal with that esoteric, dark world, death-like culture. They could be cynical, and also very flirtatious, as I said about them and Libras, Aquarius, right? So sexual, okay, that think of the Scorpios in that regards as well. But Scorpios definitely, I can see Scorpios and Libras being like BFFs because they're almost similar to each other. And if people say that Aquariuses are aloof and just like off to the side, Scorpios are just like that. Like you talk about ghosting, like Scorpio will be in and out, like a Libra. They'll be in it, as long as it's good for the goose, and then whatever fluke, they're just out of it. And it's like, okay, hard to read with Scorpios. They're just, they do have like this shell about them, and you can't really get too close into them. Maybe that's just their protection. But they're more overt. Like they'll like invade your space as opposed to you can't invade their space. And yeah, they're just, there's a little weirdness about them. Cool people, cool, but there's this a little weirdness about them. That's all I gotta say. It's just hard to read, and maybe for the best. Like, baby for the best. All right, Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you in Aquarius season. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Okay. Scorpio. Okay, so we got the five of wands here, fire energy. Middle of the deck is justice. Okay, so Libra energy. And then we got the magician bottom of the deck here, so Gemini energy. Uh, yeah, just like I said, like there's this kind of push and pull. Five is a conflicting number, but it's also about, besides it conflicting, it's chaos, it's change. Okay, so there could be a few people that you're like work related could be going like in different sorts with, or a relationship, but this is multiple people. Okay, and then we have this Gemini here, bottom of the deck here, the magician card. So I don't know, it could be you that's acting like a know-it-all. um and or there's somebody at work that's like that, and it's just like like it's just getting too much. It's just getting too much. All right, somebody that feels like they know everything, and it's like, listen, guy, like no one knows everything. As long as you're alive, you're going to learn something. All right, let's clarify here. What is this five of wands? You could be dealing with a fire sign, so Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius. Okay, but there's definitely some type of like combativeness. This could be in your family. All right, whereas this one person you're always at odds with, or always having some kind of disagreement. They may be thinking that they're the know-it-all, that they've mastered, because they got a degree. They could be a mason. You're a mason. I don't know. Somebody just uh, because they've got some type of credential that they think that they know everything. So it just like bothers you, or this is you, Scorpio, where it's like annoying to somebody, where it's just like, okay, we get it. We get that you have that degree. We know. All right, what is this five of wands? The moon here, yeah. So the sun, middle of the deck. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords in reverse. All right, so clarifying this five of wands here is the moon card. So Cancer, all right, Pisces. So Scorpio, what I'm getting, because this is like weird again, like like I just said, you can be little weirdos. No disrespect, but um, not everything needs to be exposed or uh, how do you say, divulged to everybody, right? Like I don't know. I feel like I can't. There's some kind of masonry or something, or you may be wanting to tell people that you did or doing or something. But whatever the case is, like keep whatever you're doing to yourself. And you are kind of mystique like that, so just continue being you. Basically, I was going to say Aquarius. Um, you could be dealing with a water sign. or keep whatever knowledge that you know about something or someone to yourself. This could be somebody at work where you may know, or you're buddies with the boss, and it's like you're not supposed to, or people like that's, you know, not etiquette, and that's like politically incorrect. So you may be getting away with certain things that the other people can't because you are cool with the boss. But you know, just be mindful. Keep keep stuff to yourself. All right, that's all I can say. Don't try to be a know-it-all. All right, this could also be within your relationship or your family. Like, yeah, you may know something more than the other person, but it can come off like braggadocious. So humble yourself, Scorpio. Okay. All right, let's move on to the love department. I don't know. There's something sneaky going on. I don't know what's going on, Scorpio. I don't know if this is somebody who's like looking into your life, or you're looking at. That's what I'm saying. Using like like spell work or something like that, where they're just trying to. They're trying to figure. Scorpio, I hope that's not you. Don't do that. Don't be nosy that way. Talk to them. Talk to them. Why you gotta go and do all this extra background check in the spiritual world? Ask them questions. Okay. Because I feel like somebody is either trying to look into your life, but through like in the astral world or the spiritual world. They could be going to like a reader, they could be doing spell work. Either somebody doesn't like you or you don't like them, and you're trying to like find out more about this person. Whatever, Scorpio. Okay. Whatever it is, all I'm saying is be humble. So you don't need to know everything. And if you do know, try to not be braggadocious about the stuff that you do know. Okay. All right. So let's see what's going on in the love department. Well, that was quick. Engagement. All right. Your love life is ascending to a higher level. That I think that's what you're doing, Scorpio. Middle of the deck, we got responsibilities here, and bottom of the deck is unrequited love. Yeah, you could be trying to figure out like, why isn't this person into me, or what's really good with this person. You know, you're trying to, I don't know if this is some type of spell work that's going on, that they may be trying to do spell work on you. What is this engagement? I don't know. Protect yourself, protect your energy, and hopefully this isn't you doing spell work on somebody to find out about them or keep them engaged. Because it says here, your love life is ascending to a higher level. This is masonry written all over, high level. This is some type of witch, warlock. Somebody's doing like spell work. Oh my gosh. Eesh. This could be a water sign, or she's a high priestess. We got high priest and high priestess. Somebody's trying to do somebody's trying to get some type of intel. And they're paying lots of money for that. Or you're paying lots of money. I don't know. Listen. All right. Goodbye, Scorpio. Let's get this. What's this engagement? Because I'm not even trying to play like that. It's like I don't like hearing none of that stuff. No spell work. Nobody should be doing spell work just to keep somebody or make them fall in love with them. Like, love is free will. Okay. Cassette. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in their head. Not today. Middle of the deck, not today. Bottom of the deck is heartbroken. Somebody's doing like some enchantment. Yeah, somebody's doing some type of like incantation, root work. Scorpio, I don't know if this is you. That's you. Oof. Again, love is free will. Or if this is somebody trying to do this to you, okay, you may need to go to like a priestess or a priest or your local church or something like that to, I don't know, get some type of protection, because somebody is really trying to like hone in on your energy. They want you to be theirs, but it's like they're doing all this extra stuff, and it's like, for what? Like, just, if it's not working out, it's unrequited. Yeah, look, underneath that, underneath the unrequited love is calling in a soulmate. Somebody is working with higher power here. Okay, and I can't figure out if it's you, Scorpio, or if it's somebody else. Because Scorpio, you could do this stuff. But somebody's going to like a priestess or a priest in the occult world to try to make a relationship work. And it's just like, it's not enough. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's free will. You can't bind somebody to you. Okay. So I'm going to leave that like that. Let's keep it pushing. Aries. So, okay, that's it for the water signs, right? Yes. All right. So let's get your, hold on a second. Yeah. Okay. Let's get your wisdom oracle for the water signs here. But first, let me clear my clear that up, because what? Scorpio. Hey. My pink sugar's in the building. Salute, pink, salute. Okay. Water signs, let's get you your wisdom oracle. Okay. And then we're moving on to the fire signs. First up is Aries. All right, you gotta clean it up. Water signs, clean it up. You got 21, break it down to 3. Telling Cancers, where we're telling people, listen, and if they're not getting it, if they don't understand, time to go. Middle of the deck, time to go. And we got serendipity, bottom of the deck here. If it's not aligning with me, it's just not. It's just, again, it's just that simple. If it's not aligning with me and it's not working and it's not going by the book and we're not building, then that's that. We're not going to try to force somebody's love. We're not forcing anybody's comprehension. I don't know how many times I gotta keep telling you that I can't. My actions are just going to speak louder than words. All right. So cleaning it up, getting grounded. Pisces, that's you getting grounded, right? Not being emotionally immature during this time. All right. And Scorpio, like, good luck. Clean up your energy. Clean up whatever is going on over there, because whatever's going on is a little dark. Okay. All right. That is it for the water signs. Aries. Who's ringing my bell? Hold on a second, guys. Sorry. Pause. My Lotus is in the building. Hold on. That's Amazon. That was delivery. Sorry, guys. Okay. Aries is the first of the zodiac. They are the babies of the group, fire sign, and they are the cardinals. So the energy is very fiery, to say the least. And again, I don't really know too much of Aries is like, I mean, they can be hot-headed, yes, but they're also sweethearts too at the same time. So it's just whatever batch you get is what you're getting with Aries. Um, can be a little selfish, kind of like Cancer. They have that type of energy where they could be stubborn and selfish, but then also like loving and fun, right? So, okay. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. That's for mama. Oh, it is? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay. Aries. Sorry, guys. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. Okay, so you got the Queen of Wands here. So you showed up in your reading. That's fire energy. Queen of Wands in reverse. Middle of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so getting that work done. And then the Four of Wands here. So more fire energy. This could be in regards to a relationship where you, um, have put in some work. Again, kind of like Cancer. You also could be like dealing with a Cancer or a Cancer moon, Aries, because I feel like, the time that you put in and the dedication and the loyalty and stuff, it's just not being reciprocated. And as I said with Cancers, it's like, yes, we're going to be doers and we're going to, put in that work and stuff. But then it's like, read the room with Cancer. Like if you see that Cancer's drowning over here and they're always doing for this one or always doing for that one, and then it doesn't get poured back in. Yeah, FBI list. So Aries, that might be something similar to what's going on with you. Like, as they say, happy life, happy wife, but that might not be the case. This could be an Aries woman or you're an Aries man married. And, sometimes some men just don't get it. They don't have like social cues to pick up. They're not in tune with their woman. And so they just think, well, she's doing that. She's supposed to be doing this. Look, we got the King of Cups here. Right underneath that, we got the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is not a happy relationship. But on the outside, it appears to be, and it appears that way to others. It may be appearing like that to the spouse. But it's like, don't you see don't you see the unhappiness going on here? The unfairness? Aries, you could be dealing with another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, let's clarify what is this Queen of Wands here. Somebody's just not happy in a relationship. And as I said, during this Aquarius season, things are going to be very black and white. It's going to be very clear cut. You're going to see shit for what it is. And going to be a lot of heart-to-heart conversations, and not just Valentine's Day where you're going to be lovey-dovey. Like shit is going to be real adult conversations here. Okay. All right. What's this Queen? Okay. King of Pentacles. Yep. This is very much so a marriage or a partnership, a business. We got King of Pentacles, so that's Earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Seven of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles showing up. So this could be a work relationship. This could be a work relationship that it's not working. It can't work anymore. It can't keep going on. Somebody's at risk of losing their whole life that they built with their family. Okay. because you got the Seven of Pentacles right underneath this with the King of Pentacles here. So yeah, that little work relationship cannot keep going the way that it is at this rate, because um, somebody did read the room and they're seeing things for what it is. And it's like, hey, you're doing that. This is that. This is it. Okay. Or said mistress is realizing you're not going to get anything out of this, because one, that man is not leaving his wife. Or it could be a boss woman and she's got a little mister on the side and she's not leaving her husband. It could be a lot of assets, money tied up into this relationship. And even if somebody wanted to leave, they really can't, because there's like this empire. There's some type of legal bond. Marriage is a legal contract, but what I'm saying is that even if somebody wanted to like break away from their marriage, Aries, this could be you like involved with somebody. If they leave and if you think the grass is going to be greener with them, they're going to be a hobo, meaning they're going to be broke poor, because whoever they're married to has got them by the proverbial nutsack. All right, they did like a not a prenup. So if they try to get divorced from their person, that person's taking them out for all the money that they have. So it's just almost like not even worth to keep indulging with this person, Aries, because there's too much going on here. All right, and there's a lot of legal stuff. You don't want to get thrown in the middle of this. They can't really leave, even if they're like whispering sweet little nothings to you, and you feel like this is something that's going on. This person is tied to another person financially and like heavy. Okay. So now is your time to make that great escape, Aries, and just like cut your ties. Let this person be with their spouse, because this really isn't something that's gonna. You have to make a decision. Okay, you really have to see things for what it is. With the Two of Swords there, the Ten of Pentacles right underneath that. They're not leaving their person, or they can't leave their person, and they know this. They don't have the money. On the outside, things may look good, but all right, let's move on to the romance. You may not even know that they're married. All right, Aries, you could be just talking to this person, and they may be presenting themselves as they got it all together. They may be even living like they're single, but they have somebody who's got a lot of money and is holding that against them. So they really can't just sever ties like that. And if you think you're going to wait around, you're going to be waiting for a long time. Okay. Because earth energy is stubborn. It's fixed. It's not going anywhere. So their spouse is not going to budge just because they're out there. Their person is out there dipping on somebody. They're keeping the appearances of, well, I have a husband or I have a wife. So Aries, you're caught in this third party situation that, it's time to cut your losses, break free from all this nonsense. Gas man's in the building. Salute. Peace. All right. Let's see what's going on in the love department. As if again, it could be, even though it's a male, right, with the King of Pentacles, this could be a female residing in her masculine energy. So she could be, if this is a male Aries and he's talking to a woman that she's just like well put together, decked out, clothes to the nine, like she's got the flyest car, like she's just all put together. Just know that there's somebody behind that could be financing her. Okay, so if you think that you're gonna get her car, her man's financing that car. Okay, it's very sticky. It's a very sticky situation, Aries, and I wouldn't even continue to entertain this. Mm-mm. Read the room, Aries. Okay, yeah, soulmate. You have found your romantic counterpart because you think, like I said, somebody may be, whispering sweet little nothings, right? And it all sounds good, but in the backdrop, this person's got a whole nother life going on. Okay, whole nother life. We got self-love, middle of the deck. Cut your losses, and then we got forgiveness here, bottom of the deck. Um, this is a marriage that somebody got found out. All right. So again, having grown up conversations and talking and stuff, you may have to come with your tail between your legs because you know where your bread and butter is coming from. Like off of some just having a fling and risking a whole like empire that you built together for, sexual escapades. Is it really worth it? You know, I know it's unrequited love. This might have been an arranged marriage where you're just like, ugh, I don't even want to be with this person and whatever. But I don't know. Unfortunately, sometimes money rules. So it keeps the lights on. While we want to feel love and we want that love doesn't, like they say, love doesn't pay the bills. At least that's what my grandma used to tell me. So some of us have to learn the hard way. All right, what is a soulmate? Okay, yeah, engagement ring. Be careful, guys. We got love calls and abundance, bottom of the deck. Okay, because this person is involved. They're married, all right, or hopefully it is not you, Aries, trying to act like you single out here and having a whole nother life, because that's what people do. They sometimes have separate lives, but I don't know. These are having these aha moments where we got to get real with ourselves and say, is it worth it? Now, if you that big where you be like, you know what, screw all that money, take me to the cleaners, I'm going to court, I don't care, kudos to you. That's when love rolls, right? But if you're like, yeah, I'm not going to go through all those court proceedings and I'm not going to have all this money being dragged out, then you're going to go right back to where it was at. But if you're willing to fight for this person, hey, kudos to you. You willing to thug this out and see this to the end with them battling back and forth at court, money being taken out, and you want to live like paupers, and you build something with this person. Okay, who am I? Just giving the message. All right, guys. So that's what I have for you, Aries, for the Aquarius season. Let's move on to Leo, my other favorite sign. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Leo's energy is the sun, so you can't hide from it. Leo's like Taurus, like Cancer, like Pisces. Those are like those like people that will, I say, have unconditional love. They will do for their friends and family to the utmost possibility. And they're good people. They're genuinely good people, good-hearted people. I hear the Leos are kind of like the Cancer males, that they're kind of like douchebags, and I'm like, Leos, like, I guess whatever. Who isn't though, right? Who doesn't have that? But for the most part, Leos are good-hearted people, and they are fixed energy. So, like a Cancer, like a Taurus, they kind of like will stick things out to a fault, but they will it's once they're done, it's like you are like deceased to them. You could be walking across the street and Leos would be like, I don't, who? What? Yeah. So that feels kind of bad. like you right there in their face, and they're like, huh? Leos are petty. Leos are petty. Like Taurus, they're petty. Like Cancer, they're petty. That's what I'm saying. They're all kind of like the same people. Pisces could be petty too, but they're petty. Okay, so we got the Ten of Cups here. Speaking of Cancer, Ten of Cups in reverse here for you guys. So, you could be or you are either a cusp Leo, which means like you're like the end of July, or you're dealing with a Cancer specifically. All right, because we got the Chariot here, which is Cancer energy moving forward. And then we have the Ace of Cups here in reverse. All right, so see, Leo, you catching the drift. The emotions have run dry with you. That's what I'm saying. Like, somebody could be standing right in front of you. Trust me, I know. Be standing right in front of you, and their presence is null and void. And that person be like, but I'm right here, Leo. Leo's like, you hear that echo? Does anybody else hear what I hear? So yeah. All right. So what is this Ten of Cups here in reverse? Because this is a relationship, Leo. So I feel like also, like I said, with pouring, this could be another or a fire sign like yourself. The Sun card showed up. All right, so you're pulling back. We got the High Priestess. You could be dealing with a Pisces, fire sign, or water sign. I keep hearing that song, You Abandoned Me, by Rolls Royce, or Faith remade it. But you abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. And that's what Leo is saying. Like, you've given all this love, you've put in a lot of emotion, right? But it's not being reciprocated. And while we're in this Aquarian energy, a lot of stuff is going to be revealed with this High Priestess. A lot of truths are going to come to. And you know what? Sometimes, as much as the truth hurts, it's needed. Because if we keep living in this fantasy of, for the sake of I'm in a relationship, for the sake of, well, I have a man, or for the sake of I have a woman, and things are just not cohesive, there's this selfishness where it's like, I gotta find me in all of this. It's my love, right? What you gonna do without my love? So it's just being truthful at this moment, the passion. I feel like the passion is running its course, or ran its course, Leo. And so during this time, you're going to wake up. You're gonna have that wake up call. Maybe you needed to hear this message to really put things in perspective. All right. And it's sad, wow, you've been invested 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 something years, right? You don't necessarily, it's the comfort. You don't necessarily want to give all that up, but then it's just like, damn, like, Leo, you could be dealing with Cancer, because Cancer's story is almost similar. It's like the water is run dry, because you just kept putting in. This is personal, but this is not personal, because this is my Leo Venus and my Mercury. I'm telling you, when you get fed up, right? What's that song R. Kelly says? When a woman's fed up, no matter how you feel, it's like running out of love. I ain't laughing, but I'm laughing. Like, the shit hurts, man. All right, what do we have here in the love department? La 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 la. Okay. Pay attention to the red flags. And then we got playfulness, middle of the deck. Bottom of the deck is proposal. Yes, of course somebody would, once you running out of love and you like, listen, I'm out, they're gonna come with the, oh, Will you stay? Will you marry me? Pay attention to the red flags, Leo. This is your message. It's what you needed to hear. You needed to see things for what it is. You know, you give the benefit of the doubt to people. And that's the Achilles heel, like a cancer. I'm telling you, you might if you're not dealing with a cancer, some cancer is heavy in your chart. You might have a cancer stellium. You might be a sun cancer with Leo or Leo. I don't know, but I'm telling you, because you and Cancer almost got the same reading. So, all right, what does this? Pay attention to the red flags and see how she has like this curtain kind of thing around her hat. Like she had to pull the curtains back to be seeing what it really is. You know? So you have to see for what it is, Leo. La da 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 da. So you got hammer, rebuilding, persistent, working on it. Did I not say that this person will then be like, oh, let's work on this? But when the hammer comes down, that's it. You got healthy choices. Middle of the deck, bottom of the deck is twin flames. Like it's self-love, self-care, being happier for you. People, like some people have a misnotion that being by yourself, you're going to be miserable. And it's like, no, you could be the happiest person. Listen, I know this. My grandmother, rest her soul, was 91. She was married for 25 years. She was a Leo, married to a Pisces. And when I tell you that they lived on the same block, but she walked past him as if he never existed. 2, she never remarried again. She said, I could do bad by myself. And she actually did good. She traveled. She had God, the church, her job, her family, her children, her number one, me. But she was good, except till her last days where she was like, I wish somebody could bring me a cup of tea. Like, that's all she missed a man. Like, just bring me a little tea. But trust and believe. Sometimes being by yourself is the best thing. It doesn't mean you got to be booed up all the time. Don't think by yourself as being miserable or being in a couple as being happy. All right, Leo. Now y'all brought the personal out. And that's what I have for you. Okay. All right. Last of the fire signs, Sagittarius. My little peculiar folks, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You guys are the mutable of the fire signs. So, you know, you can Aries, the cardinal, get stuff done, but also kind of sit on things like that Leo, being fixed. And I call you the peculiar ones because you also kind of give Aquarian energy where it's like you're in the moment and you're like, then you disappear and ghost. And it's like, what happened to Sagittarius? Like they give this aura about them. And then it's just like, poof, gone. Kind of like Aquarius, that energy. So let's see. That's just my take. But they're sweethearts, quiet, unassuming, kind of like that Pisces where you won't see certain things coming and you be like, Sag did that? Like, really? Okay. Fun, lovable people. Okay, so let's see what's good for you guys in Aquarius and season. Let me see. I'm sorry I missed. Rosnetta's in the building. Salute. Peace. Sing it, sis. I'm back. I had to rewind. Did you hear the Cancer? Did it not just sound like what I was just saying with the Leos? Like, ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just singing it as I see it. All right. So I didn't want to miss anybody. Okie dokie. I got you all. And the StreamYard thing, I'm gonna have to fix that. I gotta go cancel out and come back in as a regular person because they doing the plans and they start charging all this extra fees. And it's like, listen, damn it. I'm already paying for this other apps. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Shout out to Wally. Wally's a Sag. Okay. Ew. All right, so we got Judgment. 3 of Coins came out, and then what else? 2 of Coins. Okay, middle of the deck is the Page of Pentacles. All right, so some money coming around for you guys, or lack of, and then we got the 3 of Wands here, fire energy in reverse. So all right, the Judgment card here, 20. So this could be in regards to a relationship, because the Judgment card, not in on this particular card, but in the other tarot, the traditional tarot deck, there's like a couple with a child, and there's like people being resurrected, and the Archangel Gabriel. So there's this message coming in for you, Sagittarius. The 3 of Wands here, fire energy in reverse. So again, paying attention to the cues right now, okay? Because we're in this energy where we have to pay attention to the signs. We have to pay attention to the message. Even though it can get a little misconstrued because we're in an air energy sign, you got to get to that core and listen with, like Pisces has to listen with their head, or a Libra, one of the two. You have to listen with your heart, Sag, and not with your head, because there could be some opportunities coming for you in regards to work or job or even relocation, but it's sitting on it and not going off of instinct right away, right? Because for you, instinct might be the opposite. It might be the damager, where it's like, okay, well, I went on instinct and I did this, and it's like, instinct caused me to go down this road. And it might be a little harder for you, but as opposed to if you really sit with the energy, sit with all the information, all the intel that you're getting before making a move would be beneficial for you. Yes. So let's clarify a little bit more. What is this Judgment? Because I feel like it does have to do, it relates to like a job opportunity, or there could be some legal, some type of legal judgment coming down for you, but I really get more like work related. So, you could be looking for another job or looking to relocate in regards to work, because maybe there's not enough work opportunity in the town that you live in or the state that you live in, and or even maybe the country, right? But it's like, let me not just jump on this opportunity just because it sounds good. Like, let me really evaluate and weigh out my options, right? Because the 3 of Wands is about like letting the ships come in and weighing out these options, and not just you have options, right? It's not the one thing and you're relying on that. Like, there's other things, or there'll be other things coming to you. So sitting on it and thinking it through first would be the better judgment. Okay. All right. What is this? All right. So yeah, the 7 of Pentacles, it is about work. All right. So and you may not have the opportunities that you have, like again, in your town, in your county, in your state, the country. So we got the 4 of Wands here in reverse. Could be in a relationship. There goes that Judgment, maybe divorce, doing a settlement. And then we got Temperance here in reverse. And that is your card there, Sagittarius. So just waiting on things, okay? because the opportunity will come. There is opportunity. There's room for growth, is what I'm hearing as well. All the work that you've put in, whether it's like pounding the pavement, as they say, pounding the pavement, where you would go, that's an old school saying, where literally you would go from different stores or establishments for work, right? That's what they call pound the pavement. But meaning you're looking for work or looking for some type of financial opportunity that you've been putting in the time. So it's not going unnoticed. All right. The powers that be in the celestial world are seeing this, but it's just this moment that's kind of like, again, hazy. Everybody's going to have this unsure moment, and what you think is sure is actually like an impulse reaction. So just hold on a little bit longer. Like I said, in the next couple of weeks, the energy is gonna, and we're going into Pisces, Aries energy, where it is a little more solidified. The pentacles are earth energy, so it's getting grounded. You may need to do some like breath work, groundwork, getting your feet. I know it's cold, but maybe walking around barefooted in your house as opposed to wearing slippers. Just finding ways to ground yourself, listening to the different hurt frequencies, the root chakra, like on YouTube, where it helps you ground so that you're not being impulsive, you're not being reactionary, you're going by listening to your heart, like I said, as opposed to intuition. For you, for others, intuition will be the best thing. All right, so let's move on to your love department. Somebody could be at a distance from you, and there's this, that's just what it is this distance. So it's like, well, what do I do from here? Where do I go from here? Again, same thing applies like with the work situation. Wait it out. Don't make impulsive moves on trying to get closer to this person, or leaving your hometown and moving to the town that this person lives, or the country that they live in, because that might not be feasible for you. It might not be conducive. You might not even be able to get a job, so you want to just like kind of hold off on things and just go with the flow for right now. Honest communication. Okay. Middle of the deck is workplace romance. Bottom of the deck is rekindle. Okay, this could be somebody from the past. We got proposal underneath there. Expect a heart-to-heart conversation. So yeah, again, being grown up, being emotionally mature, is having these heart-to-heart conversations where, is this going to work out for us? Like, it's long distance. Will I be able to get a job out there where you're at? Will I be able to like live, basically? Not even so much living with the person, like, can I make this happen if this thing doesn't work out for me and I'm stuck in this place, this new town, new state, new country? Okay. So let's see, what is this? This could be like a relationship from the past that you guys like rekindled, possibly like social media or something like that, and they live, in a whole nother state, or they're like in another part of the country or whatever. And while that all feels good, you're rekindling that old relationship, but then it's like, really, is this really gonna work out? Like, I don't know. Let me think about this. Let me really think long and hard. See, and heart to heart. That's why I said use your heart, right? SWV. Use your heart, not your mind. Use your mind, not your heart. All right. So we got healing heart. Okay. Middle of the deck is ascending. Bottom of the deck is the phoenix. A new phase, rekindled. So this could be somebody that you've rekindled an old relationship with. All right. With this healing heart here. But again, like, you could have been like college sweethearts, high school sweethearts, and that's a different type of time. That's a different type of relationship. You're living at home or you're living on the dorm. You know, you don't have bills to pay like that. You know, now we're adults. It's, you know, it requires us to pay bills. So will this work for us like this? I don't want to rush in and move in with you, but I do want us to be together. But if I move to this town or I move to, you know, near you, like, is this going to work for me? Like, what if it doesn't work out between me and you? Now I've moved and relocated thousands of miles away. So think, use that heart, but think and get grounded, Sag. Okay. All right. That's what I have for you, fire signs. Now, let's us the wisdom oracle for the fire signs. Jasmine, good afternoon. Salute to you. Thank you for coming through. All right. Next up is Taurus, my other favorite sign. Right, I got 5 favorites. All right, so we got peace. Ooh, I like that for you fire signs, especially Leo. You guys need peace, peace of mind. Middle of the deck is all that glitters. There goes Aries. And we got regeneration here, 46 breaking down to 10. All right, so fire signs, you got peace, 23 breaking down to 5. That has to do with, you know, that change, right? So Aries, while, you know, you think, you know, the outside looks good or having a relationship looks good. Like I said with Leo too, it's like sometimes just being by yourself is peace, right? Or yeah, being with somebody is peace, but it's you finding that peace, you finding that happy medium, which works best for you. When we have these heart-to-heart conversations with our spouses, our friends, our parents, our relatives, siblings, at least you got to say your piece. Now, if it's not resonating with everybody else, you're not left, Cancer, with having all this stuff built up inside of you and making you ugly, right? Sometimes you're going to have to speak your piece, and it may not come out so nice, Leo, but you got it out. You said what you had to say, and that's it. You leave it on the table. There's no going back and forth, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with if we never talk again, but I have my peace. Fire signs, I have my peace. I'm not caught up in the chaos anymore. You know, changed my tune, I changed my number, but I've got peace, right? That's it. Okay, fire signs, that's your message. Taurus, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Leo. Jazzy. Oh, jazzy. Okay. Taurus, fixed sign of the earth. Like I said, they are like Leos and Cancers and Pisces, where their Achilles heel is to help others. I would say they have unconditional love, but sometimes it's conditional, so that wouldn't be unconditional. But they will do for others first and foremost before they do for themselves. And they, like a Cancer, will burn themselves out because they are giving their last, or they will try to give their last to somebody else. But you're wearing yourself out, and you don't even realize it until you black out like a Cancer. And I'm surprised you're not on the FBI. I'm just kidding, Taurus. I love you guys. My moon sign is in Taurus. My child is a Taurus. So Miss Sharon is a Taurus. So I love you. I love that. Mr. Corey is a Taurus. So listen, great people, lovely and heartfelt people. But again, like Cancer, if these people are taken for granted, yeah, that's when the whole blackout, because they do things unselfishly. They help others. They don't do things for a reward, and they don't do things for recognition. It's because of the love that they have, and some people will take advantage of that, and that'll rough up Taurus in the wrong way, because it'd be the closest ones to them And it's like, come on, like what? And yeah, trust me, and my son be like battling. We be battling it out sometimes. Anyway, let's move on. Let's see what's going on here for Taurus in Aquarius season. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Right? Yup. Pink. It's like, don't, yeah, if you heard the expression, don't put the bull in the china shop, they'll wreck everything up. Wreck it up. And they won't realize it until the damage is done. Okay. Just feed Taurus. They like to eat. They like munchies. I don't know how many times me and my son go to the grocery store. I'm like, get your snack. And I'm getting my snack. Get your sister's snack. Why he's eating up all of our snacks too? And I'm like, didn't I assign your snack to you? Why are you eating my snacks? He's like, because your snacks are good. I'm like, because we're snackers in here. But my son he's an eater. No, pause. But he loves good food. And he does like to snack. I'm like, damn. Like, I just want that ice cream. Okay. Like, I had to hide my chips in here. We have to hide stuff now. Label it and shit. Okay. Like, come on. Seriously, hiding stuff under your bed and shit so they don't know that you. That's like, what you eating? Taurus is also ruled by Venus, so that's beauty. They like beautiful things, comfort. Like Cancer, they like comfortability. It's almost again like an Achilles heel, because it's like that comfort level is like sometimes they won't get out of their comfort level, and that's that fixed energy. So it's like, I'm good, and it's like, Taurus, you gotta move. And they like comfort. Venus is about beauty and money. So Tauruses are very good with money. They're the luckiest of the zodiac sign as far as getting money. These people, my son just came from an interview today. He says, all I do is win, 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 win. So while somebody else is struggling, he got like 5, what you would call it, interviews. Okay, so we got the star card here. That's Aquarius energy showing up for you in reverse. All right, so healing yourself. You got the 9 of Pentacles, middle of the deck in reverse. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. So as I said, with you, Leo, Cancer, you guys have to take that time to heal, pour back into yourself. With this Aquarian energy, this should be a no-brainer for you, because the star card is Aquarius, and it is pouring back, filling back into yourself, and having that reality check, because we're going to be having reality checks right now where you can't always want to give to somebody else. We got the Sun card here. Look, there's a bull right there. Where you want to give. Sometimes you may not even be in the right state of mind or financially where you can do and give to somebody as much as it's in your heart to want to, help and do for others. Right now is not the time. All right. Now is the time to, love yourself, love on yourself. Maybe you need to go and buy something nice if you can afford it, right? Something aesthetic, which makes you feel good. A nice piece, jewelry or clothing, or maybe drinking responsibly. I'm not promoting alcohol or anything like that, but however, maybe there's this top shelf liquor or wine that you like, and you're in the opportunity where you can buy it. That makes you, that's a comfort. As I said, Taurus is like comfort. So this is all about you right now, Taurus. Is finding your comfort and just doing a little something for yourself. All right. Let's clarify what's the star card here. Okay. So we got the Queen of Cups and the Four of Swords here. So the Queen of Cups, Page of Swords. All right. So air energy. And then the bottom of the deck is the Strength card, Leo. Okay. So could be dealing with a Cancer, could be dealing with a Leo, could be dealing with an Aquarius, right? But this star card here with this Queen of Cups is healing. It's taking care of yourself, your emotions. You're a fixed earth sign. So what's the balance? Water, emotion, giving back to yourself. Maybe you can or you should take a little vacation to a nice sunny beachy area where it's taking a little time for yourself, rejuvenating. That's the Strength card here. You got the Star card right underneath that again. All right, so you definitely have to heal yourself there, Taurus. The Nine of Cups. Hey, if you got to get a little drinky drink to make you feel good, fine, damn it. This is that one time I will say go ahead and have a drink or two. Not 9 cups. But where you're feeling good for yourself for once, right? Even if it's just for this little time that you have, this little window, where you can just go ahead and do for self. Like I said, maybe if it's a female Taurus, getting a nice little dress, or a new outfit, something that's pretty, something that, makes you feel good. Okay. If it's a male Taurus, same thing. Maybe, yes, your love language is buying and then, wanting to get smell goods and stuff because you love scents as well. If it does make you feel good to buy your significant other something, okay. But really, this is about you. Just being a little selfish for yourself, and just making yourself feel good. Okay. All right. Let's go on to the love department. Wait a minute. As we're speaking, hold on. Let me eat. Need that little piece of chip there. Okay. Love language. Affirmations. Okay. Uh-oh, see? Self-love came out. Then we got soul path, unexpected connection. Bottom of the deck is you are worthy. So this isn't really about somebody else. This is about you. Having that self-love, even if it's like staying in bed for like another hour or two, anything that makes you feel good, that like I said, with all that work that you put in, having a day off or a couple of days off, a staycation as they call it, if that's what you need to do, then that's what you need to do. Okay. And I'm reiterating to you that you are worthy, Taurus. Don't let anybody else tell you any differently, because sometimes you feel that you're not loved, or it's because you do so much that you don't get that kind of self-appreciation, or that you know appreciation back, or somebody telling you the things that they're proud of you of, right? So it says here, your worth doesn't depend on the other person. So having to take care of yourself sometimes, and just self-care is the best care. As I said, who are we talking about? Leo. Listen, just because you see me by myself, don't think that I'm not happy, or I'm alone, that I'm lonely. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. All right. So what else is here? A female Taurus, maybe buying a new nightgown, a little like cute little negligee or something. I don't know, something like a nice, you know, if you're a stay-at-home person, or if you like work from home, and instead of wearing like sweats all the time, it's, getting a nice little lounge outfit. All right. So we got wedding rings that showed up, axe, middle of the deck, separation, silent treatment, abandonment, and then we got self-indulgence. Yeah, so be careful, don't overindulge. Like if you get the top shelf liquor or whatever, um, don't overindulge. Now, this self-love and wedding rings. So, letting your partner know, listen, I don't know which one it was. Was it Cancer? I don't know. It's telling your partner, hey, listen, can you go and pick up the kids? This today, tomorrow, for the week. Can you, like, having that kind of conversation where it's not always you doing the work. Yeah, it is Cancer. And letting them know, like, listen, I want to chill. Like, I'm tired. I've been doing X, Y, and Z. Can you do that this time? Right? Or can you be the one to spearhead, us going on a trip? Like, I'm always the one planning. So Taurus, it's, having that love language and speaking to your partner and letting them know without it sounding so harsh or being rude, but just expressing yourself and letting them know, like, I need time for myself. Or jewelry, maybe getting new rings, or like hinting to your partner, like, I need a new ring, I need a new band, or something that you it is pretty, and or you may want to go and buy a new ring or a new band, whatever the case may be. But love language, speaking to each other, and also having love for self. Okay. All right, Taurus, that is your message. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. Virgo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Virgo is mutable of the earth signs, and they're the sister signs to Pisces, so they can be a little artistic, artsy, cerebral in some ways as well. And um, with that mutable, that energy, fluctuates. But unlike the other mutables, they're grounded because of that earth sign, right? So intuitive and creative, as I said before. All right, so let's go ahead, and because we only got one more sign to do, and that is Capricorn, and then we are out of here. Thanks, Pink. All right, because I was hungry. I was hungry. Plus, I was on a live earlier this morning, so I'm paying for a lack of time that I haven't been on anybody's lives like that, or on my own live. So, all right. So Virgo, what do we have here for you? My mama, that's my master teacher. My mother's a Virgo. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Okie dokie. All right. So you have the Eight of Swords here in reverse. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. Okay. So Cancer energy. And that was the middle of the deck. Excuse me. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. All right, so Virgo, you have the Eight of Swords here, which is air energy. And the Eight of Swords is about realizing some things. We put the blinders up, but we don't, we know the truth, but we put the blinders up, see through, and we only see what we want to see, right? With this Ace of Swords here, bottom of the deck, and then we have the Moon card underneath that. Again, Aquarian energy is going to be telling some truths, showing us some truths. And sometimes it's the harsh truth, right? So you may need to hear these things. You may need to see these things to really face reality. This could be coming, as a download, intuition through a dream, or just some like hearing the message from somewhere else. Like what, like say I'm telling Virgo this message, but Virgo doesn't want to hear it. But if Virgo hears it from somebody else, or like TV, or on an Instagram reel, the message clicks, right? So however you're getting the message, wherever you're getting the message from, Virgo, that's the message. It's time to take the blinders off. Yes, it hurts, that reality of what it is, who it is. It is the truth. Okay. So let's clarify, what is this Ace of Swords here? This is karma, with that 8 being there. So yeah, it could be about a person that you don't want to face the reality of, that they are not like this, or how could they do this. But again, the running theme is everything is in black and white. It's concrete. See it for what it is. Like DMX said, trust a liar to lie. Trust a thief to steal. Know them when you see them, right? So yes, when you see this, know this. You also want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but it's like, not this time around. So let's clarify. What is this? Eight of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. Could be about money. You got 2 of Cups here, middle of the deck. A relationship, Cancer, with the Chariot card in reverse, right? The 10 of Pentacles. So this could be about family, or maybe you don't have the money you thought you did, or maybe it was, you couldn't see yourself. You couldn't see this person stealing or taking from you. This could be not only physical, tangible, but taking your time away, right? Somebody could have been manipulative, gaslighting you, Virgo. Okay. This could be another earth sign like yourself, Capricorn, Taurus. But this is somebody close to you. So, we always want to give the benefit of the doubt. This could be a Taurus, because like I just said, Taurus will, they'll do for others, and then it'd be the closest one to you, like a Judas. All right. So paying attention to these signs here, Virgo, the truth will set you free. Okay. You may have to let go of some people emotionally. Okay. If you can't let go of them physically, you're going to have to let go of them emotionally, because they're not serving their purpose to you. They're, time is currency. And if people are stealing that time from you, you can't get that back. So they got to go. You got to several the emotional ties with people, friends, family, coworker, spouse. Yes, you can be emotionally distant while sleeping in the same bed. Is that healthy? No. That's what it is. All right, we got reconciliation, as I just was talking about. Third party situation. Okay, so maybe that's what that is. Bottom of the deck is flirt. So yeah, like I said, it's hard to, if you can't emotionally, physically remove yourself from this person, yet maybe you don't have the money, but it's time. It's all this time that you've put in with somebody or family members, right? That you can't get back. Yeah, you could do a reconciliation, but it's not the same. It will never be the same the way it was, because there's this trust that you've given to people. Okay. Could have been somebody, that cheated, and, that happened in the past, and you guys are together still, but it's just like, there's still something that's just off, and you can never get that back. You can never get what was once, not tarnished before. That's just life. But Virgo, just pay attention to signs, because you guys, like Pisces, will get into this almost Delulu land, almost. you're grounded. You're a lot grounded than Pisces. But it's almost like you'll sever the ties just when it's at the brink, as opposed to uh like Taurus. You'll give the benefit of the doubt, like Cancer. But during this time, just use discernment. All right, what is this reconciliation? Somebody may try to, rekindle. They know that they messed up, and they're trying to get the old thing back, but it's not. It's just not. All right, so you got separation here. So separation and reconciliation. This somebody wants to. Bottom of the deck is coffee cup in reverse. Somebody wants to make the relationship continue to, still happen, and the other person doesn't. This could be you, Virgo, where you're like, I'm done. I see things for what it is. I'm seeing things for what they are, and I really don't, you know, that's it. The past is the past. While the other person is trying to make up for lost time, or make up for the wrong that they did. All right, missing you, thinking of you. This could be an old partner that you're not in any kind of relationship with now, and they're like trying to rekindle something, but probably because of some type of infidelity, you're just like, no, I'm good. Like, why would I even go back to that? Just because, like, we're familiar with each other, we've known each other for X amount of years, or we once were married, and we're still like cool with each other, or whatever. But I don't want to be a part of that again. So, all right, Virgo, it's just paying attention to the cues for you this Aquarius season. All right, so last we have Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Capricorn is the goat. Like Taurus, they're in that status of getting money. They can also be bosses. They're ruled by Saturn, so that's that father figure. They are the fathers of the zodiac, while Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. So there's this like harshness in some ways about them, but they're sweethearts. They can be stubborn. They are the cardinals of the earth sign, so there's that stubbornness. um they can be a little stalkish, men and women, um when like their relationship they're not in a relationship anymore, whether it be with a friend or a lover. So kind of like Pisces, but whatever. That's Capricorn. Otherwise, they are they're cool people as well. They definitely give off like that Cancer, Leo, Taurus vibe. They're conditional with their love. I wouldn't say they're unconditional. They're very conditional with their love. Selective. All right. Selective. Borderline possessive with their love. So, all right. Capricorn, let's see what's cooking for you guys during this Aquarius season. Okay. That would explain. Never mind. I was gonna say that explains R. Kelly. Like he has that possessiveness about him, aside from the other stuff that. Trust me, no other. I don't know if any other Capricorns were doing the stuff that he's doing, but like as far as like that like that control, you know. Yeah. hmm Good music though. All right. So Capricorn doesn't want to talk to me because I just outed them out. Whatever. Okay. So you got the Magician here. Middle of the deck is the Six of Wands. Okay, fire energy. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands. All right, so more fire energy. You have the Magician, which is Gemini energy. Mm, Massive manipulator. See? And that doesn't necessarily equate to a bad thing, because sometimes you manipulate things to get what you want, whether it's something good or bad. Like, I don't know. I don't know if manipulative, if that's really a good thing. I'm just saying, in hindsight, you reel it to your liking, right? The ten of wands here, bottom of the deck. That's that burden. That's that letting go of baggage, letting go of certain responsibilities, certain burdens. So yeah, maybe if the way you talk can sound a little manipulative, but sometimes you can spin shit a little differently so that people can do as you want them to do, right? Sometimes, and I'm speaking specifically for Capricorn right now, um, and I'm putting it in the best positive way as possible. Not that you should be going out here doing any type of magic and voodoo and things of that nature to manipulate somebody, like zombie and stuff like that. But Capricorn, say you are trying to talk to somebody and explain to them at work, i.e., right? Uh, I can't handle this workload right now, right? So what do? We go to our coworker, we spin it a little differently, and we lighten the load so that it works in our favor, right? Um, but then there's the manipulation of, like I said, in regards to like with R. Kelly, as far as you know, saying and being a certain way to control somebody, to manipulate them to do what you want them to do, but like as being a ruler, right? As opposed to saying, talking to your coworker, hey, my workload's a little heavy here, I'll buy you some coffee tomorrow if you can help me, break this load down, right? Something to that effect. Um, is what I'm getting at. Where you're like having someone help you, and even if it's a little white lie, but it's not. You're really just telling them, listen, I need help. How you say it can be more persuasive than like your tone, right? If you're coming off very authoritative, you know, somebody really is not going to. It's better to what do they say? Trap a bee with honey than vinegar. All right, that's it. That's what I'm trying to say. So the way you say it, how and how you say it makes a difference, right? Same thing in a relationship. If you're coming at your partner Capricorn with this authoritative, you got to do as I say because I said so, or I pay the bills and I do this and I do that. No one's going to want to hear all that. But if you say, hey, listen, we got to work together as a team. I'm overloaded here. Can you help out there? Again, adult conversations, grown up, emotional, mature conversations, it gets things done a lot quicker than you being aggressive. Because nobody's going to want to be around all that. That's it. All right, what is this Magician? So 4 of Pentacles here. Middle of the deck is the King of Swords. And the bottom of the deck is the 8 of Wands. See the communication, right? If you speak and say things differently, because a magician is a person that masters everything, right? That knows how to master pretty much everything, I'll say. So if you know how to speak the right way, or you know how to move the right way, things can get done, right? Working smarter and not harder is the key. Okay. You got the Two of Cups here. Yeah. So talking to your partner, talking to your loved one, being sweet as opposed to being rough and, do as I say type attitude is not going to get things done. There'll be resentment going on here. Okay. So, yes, actions speak louder than words. But in this case, your words are speaking louder than your actions. Okay. Because you'll lose the audience that way. Or if you're some type of speaker, Capricorn, or you're a boss, or you are a parent, and you're telling the kids, that's the parent's favorite line. That's my, as parents will say, because I said so. I'm the mother, I'm the parent, and that's because I said so. And it's like, but I'm not saying you got to negotiate with your children, but there's certain ways of talking and saying things to them that will get them, instead of yelling at them and saying, pick up all these toys, before I beat your ass, right? Saying, sweetie, pick up these toys. And if they still haven't done it, you come back again and say, you heard what I said, right? The third time I'm coming back in with some type of belt, strap, slippers, bat. That's just my household. But there's a way of talking to people than always being so like harsh. Okay. All right, let's move into your love department, Capricorn. All right, so we got divine timing here. Okay, so there goes that kind of manipulation, serendipity events. We got attraction. Middle of the deck is the spirit's soul path. All right. And then we got benefit of the doubt. Give your relationship chances. See, and I don't know, you could be like Scorpio. You may be dealing with a Scorpio. I don't know, Capricorn. But if you're doing all that, going into the magic world and trying to get somebody to, obey you and succumb to you, that's love is free will. Okay. Love is free will. But you could, if you're a single Capricorn, there is somebody coming for you, or not for you, to you. You're not a damsel in distress, right? But you might have been questioning. I think it's just you, Capricorn. I don't know. And this may be like one or two Capricorns, but I feel like there's somebody's personality that's very just strong, and it rubs people the wrong way. And so you're probably wondering why am I not getting, why am I not in a relationship, or why doesn't anybody like me? And it's just like, cause Capricorn, you're a little rough around the edges. Like, be a little sweeter. Learn how to be a little sweeter with people, and things will run smoothly, according to time. All right. Don't try to wheel somebody to like you. That's the manipulation, and that's the negative manipulation, like trying to manipulate somebody into liking you. Yeah, we got the chaser here with the coffee cup again, bottom of the deck. So this chaser, codependent relationship, fear of abandonment. So you could be fearing like, am I always going to be single? Am I going to be alone? Why doesn't anybody like me? Marsha. But it's your demeanor, Capricorn. So you gotta, I know it's hard because innately it's that toughness, but you chasing after somebody, or you trying to will them and manipulate them into liking you is not it. It's not gonna work. It will backfire eventually. But if you trying to, give a little wiggle room as far as being a little nicer, and I'm not saying being a people pleaser either, just being a little more pleasant, yeah, relationships will start to fall in line. Work relationships will run smoothly. If you're a boss, your coworkers, may start to adhere a little bit better. Yes, you have to put some boundaries up with this Four of Pentacles here. That's the boundary. But at the same time, it's like you got to give a little to get a little, and things are not just going to miraculously and magically happen just because. Like, you got to put in a little bit of this emotional work. All right, Capricorn. All right, so that's what I have for you. That's for the earth signs. Let's get you all your wisdom oracle. I appreciate everyone being here with me. Capricorn is just me. See, I feel like that. Yeah. Rosnetta says I gotta rewind too. Yeah, I put in a few of the signs I had to give some of that work to, but not so much. Just give that message. All right, so earth signs. What is it for you? What is it, wisdom oracle? And again, as I said earlier, with this Aquarian energy, we got Aquarius sitting in 6 places right now. Sitting in the sun, sitting in Pluto, sitting in Venus, sitting in Mercury. So the way we're talking, the way we're feeling, the communication, the love, we're going to be moved to either fall back, because that's Aquarian energy, or tell it like it is, also Aquarian energy. And seeing the truth of the matter, regardless, good, bad, indifferent. Again, no gray area. Things should be like almost crystal clear for some people. Got it. All right. This is a rare gathering of intense spiritual reset that requires you to release your expired version of your identity. That's this Aquarian energy that we have right now. So even with you might have to get real with yourself. Like, a lot of stuff that you used to put up with, not doing it again, not doing it anymore. Or the jobs, right? Like, working in a specific place for like all this time, 15 years, 20 years, 10 years. I don't think I can do this anymore. I want to expand. I want to do, so it's also it's not only facing the reality of the outside world, like the people that you're around, but also getting real with yourself and having that pep talk of, what you're going to put up with, what you're not going to put up with. You can get tired of yourself. Like, I know sometimes I'm tired of myself. Like, I shut myself down. It's like, sick of you right now. Sick of it. Right? Because there's so much that you have allowed to happen, and you just to save face, or not get into an argument, or not lose that relationship, whether it be friends, family, right? We hold in, and then we get sick with ourselves, like, damn it, I should have said that, or I should have did that, right? And then you get mad at yourself that you didn't do either or. So this is the time during Aquarian energy that we're going to be having these moments of clarity, spiritual truths. Maybe you want to go back to religion. Maybe you don't want to be in religion anymore. And just emotions with people as well. Like, who you're choosing to, share your energy with, who you're not. And that's what it's going to be. All right, so we got co-create here, 40 for the earth signs. All right, that's breaking down to 4, which is building. We got mending here, middle of the deck. Bottom of the deck is yin, which is feminine energy. Okay, the yin. So balance with this co-create. We also have an owl here, so that's knowledge. Being spiritually in tune, as I was mentioning with this Aquarian energy. Who you're not going to co-create with, who you're going to create with. It's all balanced. It's all basis is off of like work, as I mentioned before, and relationship, and with yourself. But co-creating, how much are you going to take? And for men, is this going to be the one I'm going to co-create with, marry, invest my time, invest my money, invest my biological fluids, so I can procreate and make other parts of me in this world, right? It's having these aha moments and thinking things through before leaping, right? Um, and there's nothing wrong as well. Also, there's nothing wrong with co-creating as long, Capricorn, if you speak sweetly. You might have to be in this feminine energy of nicety, not roughness. And because I say do, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We also have truth be told underneath all of that too. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of aha moments for you earth signs. All right, with that truth be told underneath there, there's going to be a lot of aha moments, and intuitively you're going to pick up on things. Again, if I'm the messenger, then you got the message. You may need to hear it from somebody else. Maybe the way I say it is not resonating with you, but you'll hear it from somebody else and be like, yeah, you know what? That makes absolute sense. And you work on it and you go for it. Right? All right. So that was that. That is all that I have for you for the Aquarian energy. And then we will be going into Pisces. I'll post up that'll be probably towards the end of the month. Lastly, right now my calendar is not up and running. It's defunct. It's up, but it's defunct. So anybody that wants to book a personal reading with me, send me a DM through IG. I'm still doing still doing Thursdays and Fridays, but I will be more clear towards the end of the week with my schedule, and then I can fix my calendar back up on my website. So if you wanted to book a reading, I don't think there's any. I'm not sure if I put up till February. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't been on the website in quite some time. So yes, I'm still taking readings. It's just that my calendar is defunct right now, so I don't have any dates set up. So just hit me up on Instagram if you want to have a reading. If not, that's fine. Wait till the Pisces and we can get the message out from there. What else? I think that's about it. I haven't set up any Mindful Mondays, so that's really, I'm just waiting for my home life to be a little more concrete. So I gotta wait a couple more days to see what's what, and then I may even open up another day in addition to the Thursdays and Fridays. But I really need to wait at least maybe by the end of the month to see if that's conducive, if that really works, or just sticking with the Thursdays and Fridays and the times that I have there. Thank you, my Lotus. Thank you, my Pink. Rosnetta, everybody that came through the building, I appreciate you all for stopping through. I do want to have a new Mindful Monday, but I might change from StreamYard to Zoom. I don't know, but always check the community section because that's where I post. I didn't post today because it was kind of like last minute because I knew if I didn't, Aquarius is a very short season, so I knew if I didn't do it like this week, I don't think Aquarius would have gotten a reading, and I didn't want to cheat my red illusion out of hearing about Aquarius. So, but for the most part, I do post on the community section of any activity that I'll be doing, whether I'm going live, if I'm not doing any readings, if I'm doing readings, etc. So always check there for my posts, and then on my IG, I pretty much, it's like a 2 business day that I get back to you all. So it's not that I'm ghosting you, it's just that I don't check that particular IG page often, but definitely give me 2 business days to get back to you if you are interested in a reading. Okay, and that's 2 business days. That's Monday through Friday, not Saturday, even though Saturday we get delivery. I don't I don't. But yeah, thank you all. I appreciate you, everybody that came in, because I told you this was last minute. I appreciate y'all. And with that all being said, catch you on the flip side. Peace. Salute.